The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial.
Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 24-yard line.
He's set. 24 down, he's coming. 19. Some got man.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Ringo.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
He's set. 19. Check 48. Come on. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here we go, here we go.
Jackson on first down. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Buying time to his left. It's caught by Bryant. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Check 41. Hey, echo. Get away with it. 41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Watch the pass. Mike, 41.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 43. Hey, 24.
Here's Bell. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
This is Grant. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Here's Grant. Able to push his way through. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On set, 19, 36. Oh, you got deep? What? Alert.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Everyone got 4.
On third down, Grant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Check 3. Hey, 59.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On set, 19. 36. Cut.
On second down, it's Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try the left side. It's Grant, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Corey Grant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Corey Grant on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for it. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Bell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, Grant. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. So that'll back them up 5. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he's able to get up here to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. It's been a long day for you. Hey, check Mike 39. Check. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, check.
To throw is Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Got it. 40 wants the mic. Stay with your man.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it. Go. Watch the safety creep. Let's go. Come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check. Fresno. Ball trot. No, take it.
4th down, here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Switch gears.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly,
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I got it. Hey, 31. 48's the mic. Bring it down.
Watson now to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 48. Mike 48. No. Let him know, let him know, let him know.
Watson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
48 the mic. I smell fear in that.
To throw is Watson. The catch made by Hopkins. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check 4, check 4. Check tight.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Check 37. Check 37. Company forward.
Watson just beating the play clock. Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for the incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
226. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
The final shot before the break. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready. 6 yards. Check 42. Check cover. 22. Check. 41's the Mike. Zoom. Go. Mike 41. Mike 41. Down to lose 1. 41 Mike. Right there. Go.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
41 Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Here it comes. Hey, 41's Mike. Check out.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Tight dog. Check. Harper. Hayward.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 38, Jackson complete to Bryant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker now for the extra point.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll go again with Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, 25. 37.
Out of the gun, Watson. Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check three.
This is Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And an alley to run. A big play there on the option. 56 yards on the ground. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to regain the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go back to Grant, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
First down, Texans.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and some room to roam now. This time a spin, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 4th-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. From the red zone now, Watson steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to throw, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Jones has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's going to Mike 41, Mike 41. Yes. You don't want none. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He goes underneath to Ingram. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Switch.
Right back to him on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down now. It's Grant, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now 3rd and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. I don't think you got it, son. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I got it. And we're going
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 65 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Bell. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
What is that? 19! Check 48's the mark. Hey, pick your game up. Let's go.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, He's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5.